Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Trading Room. I'm Shane Vernier, and this is going to be our 10-minute Strategy Blitz. Today, we're going to do some Fibonacci scalping. We're going to take a look at a few markets that are extremely active this time of day, which is going to be your NQ. We're going to be trading the E-mini NASDAQ futures. We're going to be doing that on a very, very tight compressed time frame, probably a 30-second or a 1 minute. We're also going to be taking a look at gold. We're going to be trading gold on a 1 minute chart. And then also the dollar CAD. We've got an interesting range after the BOC came out with their interest rate announcements here about 30 minutes ago, and I'm holding an open position in the Euro USD. We may check in on that if in fact the landscape gets a little bit bigger or a little bit better. Not much has happened just yet, so I'm watching that one closely as well. So welcome, 10-minute Strategy Blitz. Today we're talking Fibonacci's. We're going to do some Fibonacci retracement strategies. This is my own personal strategy. This is how I like to scalp and how I like to trade. Feel free to adopt it and use it. We're going to run through the quick parameters of this strategy, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to see about making a few trades here. So we'll put 10 minutes on the clock. We'll do as many trades as we possibly can. Good to see you. So welcome out there in YouTube land. I don't have the live chat functionality, so you're going to have to bear with me. But remember, it's Fed Day. We've got FOMC live today over on How to Trade Comms YouTube, and also in the How to Trade Trading Room. I'll have Jay Powell's presser, and we're going to do some live trading there as well. Should be a big day in the markets. Fed Day is always active. Remember, watch your risk today. Anything can happen. We just don't know which way price is going to evolve. All right, that's enough. Remember, if you do want to, if you are interested in trading, be sure to check out switchmarkets.com. If you're an international client, be sure to get in there. Check out a free demo, MT4, MT5. Should be a pretty good shape there. They've got you covered with CFDs, commodities, indices, and everything. If you're in the United States, Owanda is our recommended broker here in the States. So be sure to check out Owanda here if you're in the United States, like me, and you're interested in potentially making just a few trades. So right here, we're going to talk Fibonacci counterpunch. This is my own personal strategy. We're going to use Fibonacci retracements to draw, basically identify trading ranges and draw our support and resistance levels and trade off of that. Key levels, 38%, 62, and 78. Those are my tradable levels. I don't trade 21s. I don't trade 50s. I'm not interested in any of that. Or 23.6, whatever. It's not even on my charts. 50%, I will trade it, but it's got to have supporting evidence, and it's got to be an interesting trade. Meaning I got to have a moving average. I got to have market structure. I got to have something telling me 50% special. Objectives, I'm not calling reversals. I'm only looking for pullbacks. We want to get with the pressure. We want to identify market state, identify a useful range, and dial in our scalping, day trading, and swing trading entries. Now, as far as what we're trying to do, a trend is valid when price is above or below 38 and 62%. That's absolutely key. A trend is strong when it's above or below 38%. So if we're trending and we've got a daily range, say beneath 38% on a downtrend, that means that we're relatively strong and we're looking for a big pullback, or excuse me, we're looking for trend extension. 78% is the line in the sand. When we get a pullback to 78%, that level has to hold. If it doesn't hold, then we're looking for the previous swing high or swing low to be taken out. My ranges, two ways I do it. Most recent spike to spike. I'm going to show you what a spike is here in a second, and also time-based. The U.S. session is big for U.S. equities indices, especially as you get towards power hour and some of the late day trading, and we'll talk more about that. Well, we do it every day. This is what a spike is. I get this question religiously. I mean, 4 or 5 times a week. Shane, you say spike a lot. What's a spike? A spike is a 3-candle pattern. That's all it is. And right here is a spike low. That's when the low is beneath the second candle is beneath the first candle, and it's also beneath the third candle. That's the game. Spike high, on the other hand, is when the high, the upper extreme, is above the first candle and above the third candle. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. That's all it is. I'm connecting spikes. I'm looking for viable trading ranges, and I want to see what the market's doing at any given point in time. That is it. That is it. So let's go ahead and take a look at one of the live positions that I've got on right now. This is a real money trade. I'm down a little bit, a few bucks here. I'm short 2. I went short 2 here on your email, or excuse me, your NASDAQ. Went short 2 on the NASDAQ futures. Not NASDAQ, but the E-mini FX Euro. God, I hate all these names. They're hard. I know it is 6E, but if I say 6E, nobody's going to know what I'm talking about. In any case, I'm holding shorts here. I got a daily moving average. We're seeing some compression here. I'm looking for maybe a follow-through down to 104.11. I think we've got a decent chance to get that trend extension, but I'm not holding this thing into the Fed, so I'm going to wait and see how this one pans out. We had a real nice move right down here to about 145, and at the time I was thinking, yeah, you probably ought to just take that, but I'm going to go ahead and let this ride and maybe test the bottom of market structure. In my opinion, we're going to range around for a while. I don't expect to move at all until we get that at 2 p.m. Eastern. Come on back. We'll cover Jay Powell, see how this trade panned out, if I get stopped or if I actually make a little bit of money here. Okay, We've got 10 minutes on the clock. We're going to have to rotate to a few of these markets that are live. This is a 1 minute chart on the NASDAQ futures. Okay, this is probably, we don't have much of a range here, so I'm going to dial this way down. We're going to go down to about a 30-second chart on NASDAQ futures. We're going to go ahead and pull up our trading dome. You can see right there, and I'm going to go ahead and minimize that so we have a little bit more room to work. So there's our orders, and what we're going to be looking to do is connect spikes and take trades, and we're going to have to do it relatively quickly because this is a fast market. We're going to have to dial in our take profits and our stop losses. We're going to do that. We're just looking for just a straight up 12 take profit and a stop loss of 12 ticks there. That's going to be our profit matrix. That's a one-to-one, and these are more than likely. We want to use market orders here. But we just have to wait and see exactly what we can do. Market orders on the NASDAQ's tough. The second market that we're going to target is going to be gold. Gold on a 1 minute chart. You can see we already missed one. Don't worry, we'll get a gold trade. Gold's very active today, going through futures rollover, though. Be careful. And then also U.S. dollar, Canadian dollar. This is a nice 30-minute chart. We have a pullback, and now we're sort of rotating back down around that range. I'm interested in seeing what happens here, but let's go ahead and go down to a 1 minute chart here. Going to be real tough to trade that on a 1 minute. How about a 5 minute market structure? Do we have anything that can potentially give us a chance to trade this Canadian dollar? Okay, right there. We've sort of already missed it, but that's okay. Okay, so those are the three that we're going to target. 10 minutes on the clock. Let's just go ahead and let it roll. We're going to start with the NASDAQ and see if we can get a trade here. All right, here we go. The clock's rolling, so let's see if we can make some money. As far as I'm concerned, I definitely don't believe these markets have a direction just yet, so we are going to rely strictly on Fibonacci's. So if we're going to draw these, say right there, spike high, spike low, 15-second chart, back into our golden zone's pretty good. We're going to have to try to stay out in front of price, and this is hard. 21.52 and a quarter, something like that. 52.25 sell limit. Okay, there's our sell. All right, we're officially short. We've got a 12 to 12 profit matrix. Are we going to have an opportunity potentially to get our profit target? Okay, we didn't get in. We didn't get filled right there. That's how slow we were, but that is a winning trade. That is a winning trade. That's what I call a banger. Went right up to 78%, came off and hit our profit target. So unfortunately, we didn't quite get filled on that. You got to be fast if you're trading a 15-second chart on E-mini NASDAQ futures. In any case, what would we be doing now if we're going to go ahead and switch? We'd be switching, bang. What do you got here? Spike low to a spike high. What would your bid be? Your order is going to have to be a buy limit now. We're buy limit right off of that 38%, 21.45, somewhere in there. Very, very hard to do this, guys. You got to be fast. Oh, come on. You got to be real fast. That's not going to work anyways. Okay, now our spike high is gone. Now we have to adjust our Fibonacci's to attempt to grab our pullback. 21.542 3/4 would be our new entry. 21.542 3/4. 75, something like that. This is very difficult to do live, but we're going to go ahead and give it a shot, and that would be go ahead and put that down as our buy limit order. Okay, so we're right there. We've got sort of our take profit and our stop loss located. Okay, we blew out the top of our Fibonacci retracement. That means that you've got to get rid of that, and you've got to go ahead and reset. Now, resetting can always be a challenge, and this is an extremely compressed time frame. So right down there, do we want to buy it or sell it? Right there. Let's go to a market order and see if we can get it. Well, you can't really do market orders here. You've got to do limits. We got to stay ahead of price. So 38% already bounced. Let's go right there to 21.35 3/4. See if we can get a chance. Now you'll notice that I'm also shading my entry a pip, and the reason why I'm doing that is I want to make sure that I get in on the trade. I don't want it to go one pip and then not get me in. Now right there you can see that's an absolute banger. That's a banger. So that's 2 for 2 on these trades. You just got to be on those entries. 38% and 62% are going to be my traders, and also 38, 62, 78. That's what you want to do if you're going to be trading these levels. Throw away 23.6, throw it away. 50%, I'm not interested in 50% unless maybe I have supporting evidence there, and typically that's longer time frames on maybe a 4X pair. Okay, so we're still valid here with this trade idea. Let's go ahead, and if you see the trading dome, I mean, it just absolutely just rips. The E-mini NASDAQ is fast. So I'm looking to bid down here. If we do get a washout, it seems like 20 points is an impossible thing to overcome. You can definitely get it, but for us, the most important thing is going to be this double high right there, that double top. So we're going to go ahead and wait and see if we get a pullback. And is it coming our way? Potentially. We just got to wait and see if that holds up. Okay, it looks like we're going to break out. All right, so that trade would be scratched. We've already got 2 trades in the bag. So what are we looking to do now? Now, this is really tough. This is too tight of a range. I would wait for something else to hook up there. Let's come back to that in maybe 2 minutes. All right, gold. Gold is always everybody's favorite 1-minute gold chart. You have a fantastic range right here with a spike high and a spike low, and you can see we've sort of rotated right around that 50% level on this 1 minute. You certainly have an opportunity potentially to get something done here. I would go ahead and sell 62%, 27.5850. You could do something like that if you were interested in selling the market up here. So let's see, limit order, sell 27.5851. Let's go ahead and put that down potentially for a, let's go 51 even, something like that. Take profit. This is going to be really tough to deal with because of the spreads. So let's go just with 20, and let's go 20 as well and see if we can't get a trade. So let's go ahead and put that sell limit in the market. So right there, we've got an opportunity potentially to get our trade. And what we want here is we want a nice shot off of our 62% and then rotation back down into this range down in here. You'll notice that it's an extremely tight scalp. And what do we got here? We got a problem with that. So let's go ahead and air this thing out a little bit. Try something, maybe extend this profit target. Once again, this is very difficult to do on 3 markets on tight time frames. I would recommend highly focusing on one market in one time frame if you're going to do this type of scalping. High impact, fast. You can see right there we're blowing up. We're looking really to get our trade right here. Can we get it? We want our sell limit right now. This gives us a good chance to get a nice trade. You'll notice our initial stop loss. We just want to give this thing a little bit of room to work. We could dial it down in here if we want. Something like this that reflects more of a 1-to-1 risk versus reward. And you can see price went right up to it, sort of touched us. Didn't really get much done though. And now we're still watching. And again, that is one of the things that you're going to have to watch if you're doing this live. We went right up. And I mean, we went right up to where we needed to get filled. And now price has sort of come off. We're going to let that stand here for another minute or so, 20 seconds or 30 seconds. But that's one of the tougher parts of being able to do this Fibonacci trading is just being patient and getting your numbers. Very, very important that you just are patient. If you're not patient, you're going to run into trouble. And potentially that's what happens. People try to lead, they try to chase the market, they try to overtrade, and then eventually it just catches up with you, and you wind up in big trouble. So we've seen a bit of a break in that Euro FX futures. That one's broken north, trading about 104.27 now. Our entry was 19, so we're down about 8 pips. I'm watching that one closely. It looks like the Euro USD is going to rotate back up into the trading range, and that's not what we're looking for. We're looking to trade down from current levels. That's not happening. So right there, we missed that gold trade. That's just one of those things. I'm going to leave it here for now. Let's go on out to that dollar CAD. The dollar CAD right here, 5-minute chart. You have an interesting move right here you can make. Your 5 right here, you've got really a spike high, spike low. You're looking to step up and sell this thing. Well, that's fine and dandy. You can certainly do that. Remember, the spike, you're beneath the second bar. This isn't a fully formed spike, though. This is a lower extreme, and what that can do is that can get you into big trouble trying to do this, because what happens is you just get a vicious pullback. If we want to be aggressive, though, we could take this trade on this dollar CAD. Our sell, our limit is going to be right around our 38%, which is 144.38. So let's go ahead and put that down. Let's go 37.9. Shade that. Let's go with a take profit of, I don't know, let's put this on for 5 pips, and let's go ahead and risk 5 pips and see what happens. I think we should be in decent shape here as far as our trade. Okay, we just had something go live, and that would have been our gold trade. Gold's breaking against us here. You can see that we got to hold on. We got to try to hold on. We got to give it a little bit of room to work, a little bit of time to work. But right now, we're not in good shape. This trade's definitely gone negative on us. What exactly is going to happen right this second, I don't know. All we can do is fall back on our entry point, which doesn't look to be that great. But also your stop loss, you've got to make sure that you get yourself out of the market when, in fact, it starts going against you. So what you want to do here is you want to be very careful with about the next 1 minute. The next minute, we need to see a retracement back down to our entry point, and we have to have the ability to get out at that juncture. So right now, we're coming back down. We're coming back down. Looks like, okay, that's 1 second. It looks like, okay, bang, we're taking out. So that was a loser. You can see that one right there. It almost hit us and paid us off, but didn't quite do it, and then it broke out above 61%. Okay, now there's our dollar CAD. Our dollar CAD trade just went live. So what you're looking at here is you're looking at a situation where we've got a legitimate chance to make a few bucks on this trade. We've got our stop loss up above our golden zone. spike high, lower extreme. It's not fully a spike yet, but it's going to be on the next bars open unless we see a major reversal. You can trade it this way, but you don't necessarily want to, maybe risk the farm. You like to see those spikes fully formed so you can get an idea of what the market's doing and what the market structure is. So right here, I'm looking at this relatively closely, and you're coming down, Are we going to get a chance? Well, you've got to see really a run at these lows, and this is the day to be doing something like that. You're going to see some action in this Canadian dollar, but the real question is do you have an opportunity to get in or get out? I don't know yet. This trade's probably going to take some time to unfold. All right, right there, it's blowing against us. So we've got our stop loss up above 62%, and we're going to wait for this retracement. Potentially we'll get paid off. Potentially we won't. We just got to wait and see what happens. Okay, let's get back to the NASDAQ here for the last minute. We had a couple winners on this. Okay, that's a fantastic structure. 15-second, though. I mean, this is fast and furious. So what do you want to do right here? Order. We're looking to go at 21, 530, and 5. 21, 535. Take profit, stop loss, bang. We're going to go ahead and put that buy order in there. We want that pullback right here to this situation, right to the 38%, and then we're looking to see if in fact we can get maybe a bit of a shot there. It's pushing towards the top. We've only got 30 seconds left. We would love to get this last trade just to execute one more to show you exactly what we're trying to get accomplished here. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Are we going to get a chance? We're close. We're close. We're close. We want to get a shot. We want to get a shot at our entry. Are we going to get a shot? All right, there's our entry, and bang, it looks like we're taking out. Okay, the best thing you can always do is, remember, get out on that first stop. Right now, it looks like this market's going to make a run lower. It's sort of basing here, but you've got to be very, very careful with what you do on these Fibonacci's, especially if you're going to go ahead and scalp with that kind of ferocity on those short time frames. So interesting stuff right there. I hope you guys are interested in trading like that. Just remember, it takes guts. It takes guts, and you've got to have relatively deep pockets. A lot of people want to scalp because they believe it's going to keep them it's going to keep them insulated from big losses. And yes, that is true. But remember, if you take a bunch of small losses in a row, you're in big trouble. So you've got to really realize what exactly you want to get accomplished and how exactly you want to accomplish it. That's it. All right, guys, that's a 10-minute strategy blitz using Fibonacci's. That's the Fibonacci counterpunch strategy. That's what I use to scalp. We're going to be using that a little bit later on today during the Fed, the FOMC announcements, and then we're going to have an opportunity potentially to get in there and make a few trades, hopefully during the J-Powell presser. So we're going to be back at 2 p.m., 2:20 Eastern. Come on in for some live analytics and probably critiques of everything from J-Powell's tone to his tie. That's a wrap, guys. Have a fantastic trading session. Trade it well, and we'll talk soon. See ya.